Oh my love.
Yes, sir. Welcome to episode 35 of the PACT Life Podcast. I'm your host, Bruiser Carter, and along with family on this beautiful Thursday evening, we have Lil B to my left.
Gang, gang, gang.
And we have Cut Carter to the right, who's already on the phone at a record time.
Cutthroat.
Jimmy, how you guys doing?
Doing good. How you doing, man?
I'm fine. I'm well. How are you?
I'm good.
Are you running off the success of battles from South Atlanta? You're on a high. How are you?
I'm a little lethargic.
Turn you up a bit.
Lethargic. See, you told me I can't touch the mic. No.
Just project your voice.
It's hard to project.
There you go. Beginning some feedback.
Hard. I'm tired, bro.
Tired from what? Let's talk about our weekend. Past weekend. LSU versus Florida in Baton Rouge, Death Valley. As LSU beats Florida.
As I said they would.
14-point win.
As I said they would.
How you feeling? The atmosphere of Death Valley, a night game. How do you describe it? Describe the emotions.
I had a great time. I enjoyed myself. I knew LSU was going to win. I told y'all LSU will win. If you bet against LSU, you're a dummy. End of the story.
How do you feel? You should pick Florida because of JB, huh?
I mean, I just don't mess with LSU like that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mess with LSU like that.
So,
I'm a Georgia boy. Georgia lost.
Is Joe Burrow the Heisman candidate?
Georgia lost to South Carolina.
okay, bro. All right.
Big upset.
We're still in it. We just got to beat.
Barely.
We still in it. Just
gotta
that,
win
now
out.
we just got to win the rest of the games and win the SEC championship.
What y'all want?
We will.
Y'all won't
Y'all
be
can't beat
even
Bama
team.
We will.
or LSU.
We will.
So, Joe Burrow, Heisman leader?
I mean, I hope he get it, but I feel like they won't give it to him. They'll find a way to give it to somebody else.
I think he's up there for sure. I just think the season Jalen Hurts been having after beating Texas too in the Red River Showdown, it's a good win.
The
So-
game was close.
Game was good. It was good. Big 12 matchup. So right now my front leaders are Hurts one, then Burrow behind him. But if Joe Burrow goes into Tuscaloosa and beats Alabama, he'll be number one by far. Who you got leader? You
I got Hurts.
Got Hurts?
Yeah.
No Tua?
I got Tua number 2.
He's a hater. You got Joe leading still? Or you? I mean, you're an LSU fan, so. You got Joe leading still?
I feel like his stats speak for themselves.
Facts. Give me your top four. Predict them now. The top four that's gonna make it to the college football playoffs.
Top 4 teams?
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Predict them right
Yeah,
now.
a lot of losing got to happen for 2 SEC teams to get in.
I know, so predict.
I hope 2 SEC teams get in, being LSU and probably Georgia. But it'll end up being...
Georgia.
Yeah, I think Georgia would have a chance to get in if they didn't lose. But the SEC championship. They'd be a 2-loss team with a loss in the SEC championship.
I don't think they could lose another game. But go on, so give your top four though.
LSU, Bama. See what I'm saying? If LSU and Bama only beat each other, play each other, and one of them lose, and then the other go to the SEC championship and win, that's an argument for both teams to get in. Because one of them only going to have one loss. You know what I'm saying?
No, say it again.
LSU play Bama every year.
Yes.
One year where Alabama beat Georgia already, they both got in, right?
Yes, I believe so.
And both, one was something in one, and then the other one was
One was the third seed, one was the fourth
Right.
seed.
So I'm
other
saying-
way around.
if Bama lose to LSU or LSU lose to Bama,
Mhm.
and that's the only L they got on the season, and the other team goes to the SEC championship and wins, that's a case for both teams to get in. From
If
the
they
same
go
year.
to the SEC championship and win,
If LSU beat Bama and LSU go to the SEC championship and beat Georgia, LSU will have no losses and Bama will have one loss. I think both of those teams should get in.
I think in that scenario it'll only work for Bama if they lose. I think if LSU lose, they're not gonna mess with LSU to get them in.
I can feel that because when you look at it, like Clemson don't play nobody, but they probably gonna make it.
So who's your top four?
Oklahoma.
LSU, Alabama.
Clemson, Oklahoma.
Okay, top four.
That's every team, right?
Clemson,
SEC.
Oklahoma, Georgia.
No OSU?
In Bama.
Oh, did I say that? Did I say OSU?
You did.
No.
Who I said?
Clemson, Oklahoma.
See what I'm saying? That's what it's 3 teams that should get in.
I think it'll be.
That's why they need to make it 6 to 8 teams in the playoffs. It'll be so much fun to watch. More
I
fun
think
to
it
watch.
can be Alabama 1, Clemson 2, Oklahoma 3, and LSU 4.
So you got Ohio State losing again.
Yeah, I think the Big Ten, they still have to play Wisconsin, Michigan, and the Big Ten championship, which I still consider the hardest conference in football. So I
I
think
don't see how.
OSU going to drop one of those games when they play one of them Big Ten teams. But still a lot of college football left to be played, so
Right.
anything can happen, really. And we come to you guys, and that was our college football news, but in the NFL, we have some big trades. Jalen Ramsey traded to the LA Rams. While before that, Marcus Peters traded to the Baltimore Ravens. And the Ravens also acquired a center from the Browns for a draft pick. They like the trades. They like the trades for who won the trade? Ravens, Rams, Browns? Who won? Did the league win?
Yeah, the league won. It's just doing a little shake-up mid-season right before the trade deadline to get people interested.
And
I think the
Jalen.
Ravens going to actually... Excuse me, I'm sorry. I think the Ravens actually won that game. My bad.
Jalen in a
On the
winning
trade.
environment. Finally in a winning environment.
Yeah.
Sean McVay. So,
And it's expected to play Sunday.
I still... I mean... I don't know. It's a good deal, but I just don't think one dude just fits your defense.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think this is the NBA where you could just add a player and your coach is going to be instantly better. I think because their defense has been bad these past couple of weeks, but that hasn't been their problem. Their problem has been their offense. And the turnovers they've been creating, a lack of points they've been haven't been scoring. And their offensive line, they added the center from the Browns. The offensive line hasn't been protecting Goff like it has been last year, which makes Jared Goff like an average quarterback, which some of you guys would leave on here. But if you don't protect the quarterback, then where do you go? So I think the addition of Jalen Ramsey, and they have a new stadium coming next year, the year after. So Ramsey and Darnold, we got to have stars in LA. So to get people to come to the games, because as we know, the Rams home games be either 50-50 splits or 60-40 splits. So nice trade, and I love Jalen Ramsey, and I like the move for the Rams. But Talib is out on IR. Nikhil Roby Coleman's in the slot, and their second corner's on the outside. I think you're going to have hell coming towards him until Talib gets back, because I think every quarterback going to just look to that side and just hit him because his inexperience will show up on the field. Marcus Peters trade with the Ravens. Are you going to sleep?
But wait, though. Don't the Rams...
I'm not
Don't
gonna
they
sleep, bro.
They don't have a first-round pick for, like, the next 5 years?
The Rams?
I think so.
I
No,
think it's the medicine I took.
the Jags traded with the Rams. They got their 2 first-round picks and a 4th-round pick in that deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think I like what the Jags doing as well from that perspective, building for the future. I don't think they got their star quarterback. I do not think they have their star quarterback with Minshew or Foles. I think they're going to trade and get some a quarterback either in this draft or next year's draft. And on the Ravens,
What's wrong with Minshew?
average. He's overhyped. He overhyped him. Come on, let's be for real.
No, bro, that man not that bad.
He just put up 6 points against the Saints.
Because he played a good defense.
What about the Ravens? Marcus Peters, bulk up their secondary with Humphrey.
That's good. That's good for them.
Jimmy Smith.
That's good for them, even though Marcus Peters get beat a lot. But
You're not going to be able to score on them.
that's good for their
Being a
defense.
D is okay when you got safeties that good.
So it's good for their defense.
They got Tony Jefferson and Earl Thomas on the backside.
That's a good acquire.
Acquisition. Yeah. I like your move. Ball out Marcus Peters. I can like you again because you're not with the Rams. So ball out, ball out, ball out. What are week 6 takeaways from last week? Why are you looking at me like that?
Nothing, bro. I just...
You having
medicine is killing me.
You having a bad podcast, bro.
Medicine, bro. Yeah. Like, keep my eyes open.
You want me and B to carry it?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm out.
You out? What are week 6 takeaways from last week? Do I need to pull up the schedule? You good guys can know who played
I
last
didn't
week.
even watch too much football last week. I was in the airport.
So you don't have no takeaways.
I got to see what the game is, and I can say you'll take away.
You guys are amazing.
Well, I mean, the Vikings and the Eagles.
There we go. Kurt gets back.
I wanted Carson to win. They couldn't do it. Zach Brown, the linebacker, talked all that about Kurt. He lit him up, him and Diggs, and he got cut the next day.
It's crazy.
Zach Brown.
A linebacker.
From
The Eagles?
he tackled.
No.
Tackled.
He tackled
No.
Kirk Cousins and then got cut.
No. I didn't say nothing like that, bro.
What you just say?
That's it. He talked all that junk to Kurt, and he got cut the next day.
Before the game?
After
the game.
So he didn't play in the game.
He did,
played in the
but
game.
after
I just
they...
said he sacked him.
No.
That medicine a fool, boy.
It is. Boy, that shit kicking in, ain't it?
I'm not
He
understanding.
said Zach Brown was talking trash about Kirk Cousins before the game.
Right.
And Kirk Cousins went on to proceed to kick their ass. And he had, 2 or 3 touchdowns before.
Zach Brown didn't play.
He did
in the
play.
game.
I was just saying he
And
got
the day
cut the
after,
next
he
day
got cut.
Okay.
because of the trash talking,
Got
and he
it?
didn't own up to it.
You got it? You there, buddy? You okay? You okay, man? You good? Okay, just making sure, buddy. I'm here for you.
Man, jump.
Kirk Cousins back, though, these last 2 weeks, though. For
No,
real.
that's just one game, bro.
Last 2 weeks, though.
Who was the game before that?
Who they play last week? I forgot.
I'm pretty sure it's a sorry team, though.
They play the Giants. They're not sorry. James Jones have to go to the playoffs.
Come on, bro.
I think it's safe to say now
And
that
Philly defense, they corners are, they're not that good.
that's why Dak gonna touch him this week.
They not.
Dak gonna touch him this week.
Dak sucks. No, Dak. Sorry.
Oh goodness. I think it's safe to say that Kyle Allen will be the starting quarterback for the.
I don't know why they
Panthers
trying Cam
for the
like that,
foreseeable
bro.
How
future.
they trying him? He's 5-0.
He's 5-0 as a starter.
Bro, but no, that's Cam's team, bro. They can't just do Cam like that just because bro got a little hot little winning streak going on.
But he's beating quality teams. Beat
Bro.
the Texans, Jacksonville, Tampa.
Bro, Cam can do it too. Cam would have did it.
I don't know.
Cam would have did
I
the
don't think he
same
fits the
thing.
Norv Turner system no more.
I think he do.
I think Cam would take his talents to another team, such as Denver, perhaps,
No,
or maybe Tennessee.
Atlanta,
no, not even Atlanta.
Dallas,
Not Dallas.
Washington Redskins.
So, do you think Cam Newton will get his job back?
Yes.
Do you think Cam Newton will get his job back?
No, not this season.
Why not?
He won't get his job back because he not playing better than him. When it was his last 5 starts,
He haven't really played.
his last 5 starts he was 0-5. He 0-5. When that boy started, he 5-0. Do the math on it.
Bro, he haven't played. Plus the shoulder issues, bro.
Shoulder, ankle, knee.
Yeah.
I can name body parts.
And I think Kyle Allen, he got that job for the foreseeable future. I think Cam Newton will be on the block next season and off season.
Trying,
And while
but
Kyle will be the quarterback for the Carolina Panthers. We got the Browns, Seattle. Seattle beat them 32-28. You are the most critical up here of the Browns.
they just blew that.
How do you feel about the Browns now? What are they, 2-4? Yeah,
I don't
2-4?
like. What I take away from that is that the I had a thought in it left.
Oh, goodness.
I'm
The medicine,
I'm
1-0.
terrible. Like, I can't remember anything.
You having the worst podcast in B.
Nah, I'll never be that bad.
Nah.
Sup?
You
Yeah,
the
sub.
It's the medicine. Y'all want to take a pause and let me get my mind right?
Sure. You ready?
Bet.
Yeah, so Cleveland Browns, Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks won 32-28. You are one of the biggest Cleveland Brown critics on this podcast. How do you feel about the Browns after being 2-4 after the first 6 weeks?
I'm done with them.
You're done with them.
Done with Cleveland, mainly because Baker ain't been playing up to performance. You said it's the line, which it probably is, but it's like
It is tomorrow.
when you got stars, bro, they need the ball.
Facts.
Odell ain't getting the ball enough. I'm losing in fantasy. I'm having my worst fantasy performance of all time. I'm 3-3 in one league, 3-3 in another league, and 3-7 in another league.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Like
I was being done out here. It's a nightly basis.
I don't know, bro. I'm like, what more can I hope for?
It was a good game. It was just the red zone turnovers. He had 2 or 3 back to back to back.
I didn't even get to watch the game, so I didn't even know he had them turnovers in the red zone.
They were driving. They was beating Seattle, and the turnovers they kept creating were just bad.
Yeah, I'm not happy with Baker right now. And it's like people talk so bad about Lamar, but Lamar's playing better than him.
He's also on a better team though.
Yeah, I guess a more experienced team.
Yeah.
I want to say better. Like they got like the same. They what? And didn't the Browns beat the Ravens?
They did. But I like the win for Seattle though. They showed they can win in different environments. Going to Cleveland and pull out that win. Russ Wilson's still the MVP front runner at this moment, just balling.
No pick.
People still saying Mahomes and Watson.
No, people not saying Mahomes no more. They got McCaffrey up there too now.
Yeah,
That's
the top 4 people.
He didn't really go crazy this week though. He only had like 60 yards.
Still
Total yards. Only had two tubs though, and that juke play was gorgeous. Speaking of the Texans and Chiefs, the Texans beat the Chiefs 31-24. I predicted that. Shout out to me. That boy Deshaun Watson.
He ready.
He's ready. He lives for these moments. He ready. I think he's a top 10 quarterback in this league.
Yeah, he is.
So, and they dominated time of possession to keep the Chiefs off the field. They were down They started it was 10-0.
He was running the ball good last week too.
Yeah, Carlos Hyde after the fumble came back. He played strong, and Duke Johnson. And it just making the Chiefs offense stay off the field while just toting that ball, and Deshaun Watson just having 2 rushing touchdowns. And currently, if the playoffs started today, the Texans would be the second seed with a bye. So this Texas team's a dangerous team. They got a great matchup next week with the Colts, so it should be fun.
Shit.
If you're starting a franchise today, who you want, Watson or Mahomes?
I like Watson.
Tell me why.
I feel like Watson is more versatile. He can throw the ball.
Mahomes can sling it too.
I know he can, but I feel like Mahomes, even though he is great, but he's a little bit too much overhyped.
I feel that the overhyped part, just to a certain extent. Who would you take? Watson or Mahomes? You had to start your franchise today.
I think I'll take Watson because I like him more as a person.
Yeah.
On the field, he about what to me.
And then I like how he break down after that 5.
That's like I feel like that's like doing Brady versus Breeze. Like it's like that type of thing. They both good on the field. It's just one of them gonna probably end up having way more success than the other.
But
right now
that's
they
different
like
because I think it's more like Peyton and Brady because they're both in the same conference rather than Breeze and Brady are split.
Oh,
Yeah. If I had to start my franchise today, I would take Watson just because of his durability. Remember last season he had I think something was with his chest, and he took the road trip to Jacksonville to Florida on a bus while his team flew on a plane. And he still played, so it's the toughness and durability that Watson brings, and his intelligence and his, like you say, his versatility. Mahomes still a great quarterback. Don't get me wrong, still an MVP in this league, but if I was starting my franchise, I want Deshaun Watson, proven winner, won in college, and then the way his career's looking, he's gonna be a winner in the NFL as well.
Mm-hmm.
With a worse coach.
Yeah, cause Andy Reid and Bill O'Brien. It ain't that hard. Don't do that.
Yeah,
I mean, Big Red, he can't do it in the playoffs.
I heard a comparison that said Andy Reid is like Mike D'Antoni of the NFL. Do you agree?
Is, and I agree. He's hot on offense. That defense is terrible, just like the Rockets.
Yeah,
and he can't win in the big games.
I feel you. Do you agree? Andy Reid is the Mike D'Antoni of the NFL. Creative
offense. Offense is fine. Defense always trash.
Yeah. Interesting comparison. Hopefully he'll get it right. Any other big games? The Saints won 13-6.
We winning. We keep finding a way to win, boy.
My father.
The priest blessed us.
Oh, shout out to the Pope. We appreciate that. My father is saying that I don't know if Breeze should be the starter when he comes back because you don't want to mess up the chemistry that Bridgewater has with the guys. Do you agree?
Ain't no offensive chemistry. I don't even see no offensive chemistry. It's not there.
It's not.
It's like the defense stepped up because Breeze is out, and the offense is like, we just trying to make it. We just trying to hold on. We just trying to hold on for dear life till Breeze get back.
Yep.
Cause Breeze can give y'all them big plays. Y'all really not getting big plays
right now. And we play Chicago this week. Gonna be a tough one for sure in Chicago.
Is it weird that I'm not scared anymore
Of Chicago?
of any team?
Like
when Breeze was out, I was like, oh my god.
There's a lot of bad teams.
But now it's like, you ever seen Home Alone? Yeah. I'm not afraid anymore. You hear me?
It's a lot of bad teams.
You hear me, Brandon?
Only team.
I'm not afraid anymore.
The only team that's really a threat this season is the Patriots. That's like they stood out the rest of the pack. So
that boy fire.
Nothing.
So yeah, you shouldn't be afraid of no team.
No, I'm saying, but at first, when you look at that schedule, you see all these teams on the list. You like, dang, the Cowboys are who I thought they were. Average or below average. The Packers surprising me.
Should have lost.
That defense is, oh my goodness.
Should have lost Monday.
I told you about that defense though. You didn't want to believe me. That's 2 weeks straight. I should have. I switched my pick on the Dallas game because of you.
You picked the Lions too?
Oh no.
Oh, I was about to say.
after the Dallas game, I knew what it was. But now on this week, I ain't gonna lie. The Lions versus Vikings matchup got me interested. Yeah. But I think I'm gonna pick the Vikings because they look like they're in stride now.
Because that boy Kurt in stride, ain't he? Yes, sir.
You gotta throw it up. You see that one?
What'd he say?
Throw it up. Line it up, then boy. Line it up.
Your boy
go. You seen that video?
I did. I'm saying you turned.
Yeah, but I'm turned to it now. I had to get my magic stuff.
But you were the one saying 2 weeks ago that Kurt is trash. He's a trash quarterback. Stand on your word. Don't jump on the bandwagon now.
He said I could go to the party with parlays. Man, nah. I'm not a Kirk Cousins fan. I still don't think he all that, but I think he's doing well enough with that team. Team got too many weapons for them to just be going outside. So I'm glad they showing up. Thielen finally getting in the end zone. Diggs.
Let's run by these last couple of games.
Yeah, I'm tired of NFL. Cause guess what's starting next week?
San Fran and the Rams. They won 27. Our Niners are a serious contender now.
Now we should be talking about the defense.
They did. They're all balling. Defense is balling.
I mean,
we got an LSU ball.
I expect that with Kyle Shanahan, the offense always gonna be A1 with him.
Who is OC? Who is DC is?
Robert Saleh, the ball man they kept showing, who was going crazy.
Oh, he had them boys turned up. Where he came from? What's his track record?
But keep talking, Brandon, about the Niners and their team. You know.
Oh yeah, but Kyle Shanahan, offense gonna always be right with him. But
he was the Jags linebackers coach last year.
It's just surprising the defense. You know, Richard Sherman.
Anything else before that? That prominence?
Seattle Seahawks defensive quality control coach. Houston Texans assistant linebacker coach. He went to school and he went to college at Northern Michigan. Been a defensive coach since 2002.
All right, shout out to Robert Saleh.
And he won a Super Bowl with the Seahawks that year.
As a player?
When he was the coach.
Oh, yeah. Shout out to him because them LBs. Yeah.
So and the Rams, we were talking about the trades they made, so they look to fix their defense. And Gurley should be back this week when they play the Falcons. So
Adam Jalen Ramsey gonna fix their defense, and Kenny Young. Kenny Young gonna be fine.
It'll fix it.
It's gonna be. They're gonna be better on Madden. Yeah, that's what it did. I wonder if the Madden roster dropped today. I wonder if they updated it. But they'll be better on Madden. You got 99 corner coming in.
Yeah.
And or something like that. And then Kenny Young is a beast on Madden.
The Falcons,
like I said, it look good on paper. My bad, bro. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Falcons, Cardinals. Cardinals win after Matt Bryant missed the extra point. How you feeling, Falcons fan? It's not
a Falcons
fan. Fault, huh? Because he missed the field goal.
It's just over with. Ain't nothing else to say.
It is over with. And y'all also play the Rams on Sunday. Is it a night game?
I mean,
that's a 1 o'clock game.
It's a winnable game they can win. So
yeah, I believe it's winnable.
Winnable for
I don't think they'll win the Falcons. Dallas Jets. Jets win 24-22.
Dak sucks. I mean, what else more to say?
How you gonna put that game?
The jig is up.
They just need to fire Jason Garrett and just start fresh with a new head coach.
Jason Garrett not even the coach now. That's the thing people don't understand.
They never give Jason Garrett credit when they win, but when he lose, he get all the blame. That's crazy.
I mean, it's Dak though, to be honest.
Oh my goodness. And Green Bay and Detroit. Talk about that Monday night. Two missed illegal hands to the face calls. They made 2 wrong illegal hands in the face calls. Green Bay went 23-22. If Detroit would have won, they would have been number 1 in NFC North. But with the loss, they are last in NFC North. So, holding. Any takeaways there, Packers?
Them refs.
Full Locker.
Yeah, y'all like talking about them refs, and now that it's happening on prime time. Well, our game was prime time last year. Now that it's happening mid-season, and y'all seeing it happen in your teams, y'all starting to relate.
Before we get into our helmet segment, which I love, shout out to Warwick Dunn. Hold on, round of applause. Yes, sir. Donated his 173rd home to single parent through his foundation. Warwick Dunn from New Orleans, played for Atlanta Falcons. Come on, give him credit, clap, applause. Yeah.
I remember taking a picture with him as a kid.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Still have the picture?
Nah, I think my mama do. I don't know.
Shout out to Warwick Dunn, right?
I don't think he's from New Orleans. He's from BR.
Oh.
But shout out to Warwick Dunn. I was just in BR last weekend. So.
He's from New Orleans.
He is?
He went to Catholic High School in Baton Rouge, though.
Yeah, he moved to BR. Okay. Shout out to him, though. I dig it. Maybe one of my favorite Falcons ever because there's not too many of them I like. He probably is my favorite third favorite Falcon ever.
You like Mike Vick?
Mike Vick and Julio, and then him.
Julio up there for sure.
And Deion Jones.
Okay. Helmet segment. I'm excited. You're excited?
I'm glad
you're in something else. I'm glad you're in a better mood though, because we did it when he was in a bad mood. I've been like, you just ruined this segment.
Yeah, bro. I need a little break.
So, we are doing the top 8 teams in NFL according to you guys with the helmets. Okay. So, in order. I know you don't like orders, but in order.
Top 8.
So my top 8 teams in order, like power ranking style.
Yeah. Then after that, we're going to pick 2 teams that should make a trade before the trade deadline.
Out of these 8?
No. Any team. So,
okay.
We're going to take a little break. Get y'all helmets ready before we go. All right, bet.
Cool.
And we're back. All right, here are our top 8 teams according to Lil B, Bruiser, and Cut Carter. You want to start it off? Start from 8 and go to 1.
8.
Put them in
I
front.
got 8. You know, my boys and Raiders, if Kansas City lose tonight, they're on top of the division. Shout out to them boys. Number 7, I got Houston. They back on track. Deshaun Watson, they got a lot of weapons on offense. Defense been doing a little something. Bro, let me have my moment, bro.
Selling them as the top 18, bro.
And then
mic on the floor.
Number 6, Carolina.
With no Cam.
Shout out to Kyle Allen, but I don't know why they talking the speculations about Cam losing the job, but good job, Kyle Allen. Good job, Kyle Allen and Christian McCaffrey. It's really McCaffrey carrying the load. We got Green Bay, number 5. Them boys hungry, defense. Aaron Rodgers got a good defense now. No Devontae Adams, and they still good. So Aaron Rodgers hanging in there. Number 4, I guess I go with the Saints. They hot. Teddy Bridgewater, Kamara, Michael Thomas. They still going strong. And the defense looking good this year. Shout out to New Orleans, I guess.
Ooh, shady.
I knew I should have started. And then number 3, New England. Brady gonna always win.
You got them at number 3?
Brady gonna always win. And Brady getting the job done as usual. Patriot way. Seattle. Number 2. Russell is hot this year. And he hasn't thrown a pick. And I see them winning this Sunday as well. Who they play this Sunday? The Ravens. I see them being Lamar Jackson in Seattle. So, shout out to Russ. And because it is going to be a good game for Earl Thomas' revenge game, but it ain't going to be that on Sunday. So, but in number 1, San Fran. Now, this team right here, they hot. Offense good. Defense good. I ain't know about the defense till they showed a lot these first 5 games. So, and Kyle Shanahan offense always A1 on point. And they always play fast. And the defense is playing great, like I said. So, these 8 are the top NFL teams, my 8 NFL teams in this league. So, looking at me like that, Cut.
Facts. All right, Cut. Your top 8. Let him know. Talk to him. Talk to him.
All right. So my number 18 is the Buffalo Bills. Nobody expected them to only have one loss this early on in the season. Josh Allen actually showing up. Tre'Davious White and that defense is balling. And it's just surprising that they only lost one game. Like, I'm really amazed that they're actually above 500 by that many games. Number 7, I got the Texans, which is actually kind of low for them, I guess you could say. But who the hell is that?
Oh. Yes, we're recording. Yes. All right, we're going back.
The Texans are my number 7. I mean, they number 7 because Deshaun Watson is balling. Like, he lost 2 games, but to only have lost 2 games with that sorry O-line and the young defense, they making plays though. Like, they really showing up in the big game. Number 6, I'm going with Green Bay. I didn't expect them to be that good this year either, but they actually surprised me. And their secondary actually looks pretty good after a crazy down year last year.
Yep.
So they're actually up right now. And the D-line is really good. And they're actually winning games without their best player. That's what people don't understand. Devontae Adams is not best player, but second best player. Yeah. Devontae Adams isn't playing, yet they're winning games. I actually picked up Lazard in one of my leagues because the boy could ball.
Undrafted.
He said he made for this. He went to school in Iowa, I think. Number 5, I'm going with Seattle. Seattle only lost 1 game to the Saints without Drew Brees, which is the only knock on their record. Russell's balling, the defense balling. I mean, I think they're going to be a good team in the long run. They're going to make a playoff run, but I don't see them like coming out or nothing like that.
Yeah.
I think they just going, they living up to a good expectation, and they surprising a lot of people because everybody thought they would struggle without Earl Thomas, Cam Chancellor, and whoever else. Number 4, their division rival, the San Francisco 49ers.
Faithful.
Sherman, Quan Alexander, Marquise Goodwin, Jimmy Garoppolo, Tevin Coleman, Matt Breida, Jerick McKinnon out for the year. But they got 4 running backs that are all capable. That's the crazy thing about it.
Cal Shanahan system.
Raheem Mostert, if that's how you say it. They got Trent Taylor. They got Kittle. They got Kyle Juszczyk.
Yeah.
Marquise Goodwin.
They got Solomon Thomas. It's just a whole like
it's a good young team.
That being bad for all them years is starting to pay off. How about that? That's how you can look at that. Miko. Oh, I didn't start him.
I cut him last week. I'm sick.
Okay.
He walks over.
Number 3.
Nah, he hurt.
Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson is balling. They just added Marcus Peters. They already got Jimmy Smith and Tony Jefferson and Earl Thomas and Marlon Humphrey and all these linebackers that are also capable and a D-line that's capable and the offensive line is actually really good and they got 3 tight ends that could damn near be starters on different teams and they got Hollywood Brown who was started off hot. He kind of toned it down a little bit, but he's still a good receiver to have. Willie Snead having a great season there. Lamar could beat you throwing or running. You pick your poison and he gonna do it. So that's just that's a real fun team to watch. Number 2, I got the defending champion Patriots. Still haven't lost a game. Probably won't lose a game no time soon. I mean, it's just easy to them, and I mean, you ain't got them top 5, top 3. Like it don't matter where you rank them, they gonna find a way to be there. And number 1, I'm gonna go with the team that should have been playing the Patriots in the Super Bowl last year anyway. The team that's doing it without their best player, with a great all-time head coach who's going to win Coach of the Year this year, or should at least. I don't understand how 4-0 with Teddy Bridgewater?
Yep. Or, yeah, 4-0.
4-0 with Teddy Bridgewater as starting quarterback. And Teddy Bridgewater hasn't thrown for over 250 yards except maybe 1 game so far this season.
Probably that Tampa game, I believe.
Right. So, people talk about miracles or whatever. I don't know. Something good is cooking down there in New Orleans, though. And this Chicago game, which is probably the hardest game of this whole without Drew Brees stretch, if the Saints come out on top, how could you go against them? Like, how could you say anything bad about them?
Yeah, Bree. How could you say anything against
in
them?
the playoffs?
Period. Like they win that next game after that Bears
playoffs.
game. After the Bears game, they had the Cardinals, and then it's a bye week.
I mean, I got the regular season. I want to see what y'all gonna do in the playoff.
We did what we had to do in the playoffs last year.
What happened? Y'all lost.
We got
For the
wigged.
past 2 years.
Got wigged.
Minnesota.
Can't even say Minneapolis, but you want to talk to.
Minneapolis. There you go.
All right, we back. My top 8 teams heading into week 7 of the NFL season. Number 8, the Carolina Panthers. Make sure that's right. Balling without their star quarterback, Kyle Allen, coming in and doing his job correctly, and the defense has been spectacular. I believe they're a top 10 defense.
Yep.
And they've just been playing great without Cam and just showing through adversity after starting 0-2 that they could ride this wave and just win 4 straight games heading into their bye week. Number 7, the Indianapolis Colts. Coming off a bye after beating the NFL MVP Patrick Mahomes without their starting safety. Shout out George Odom. So they came into Arrowhead to beat the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football. So shout out Frank Reich doing a great job coaching. Only problem I see with this team is consistency. Can they maintain it on the defensive end and the offensive end? That's the only thing I see stopping them. And the team that is ahead of them in their division, who is also my number 6 team, is the Houston Texans. Coming off a great win again in Arrowhead, Deshaun Watson balling. Winning controlling time possession, showing that this team can win in multiple ways without Deshaun carrying all the load. He could also give it to Carlos Hyde, give it to Duke Johnson. And their pressure with J.J. Watt leading that front, getting to Patrick Mahomes, heading into a great AFC South matchup with the Colts. Number 5, the Seattle Seahawks. Russell Wilson, MVP front runner. How can you not put them in your top 8? And they're just finding multiple ways to win. Chris Carson balling. Their defense with Clowney, Wagner balling. And going into Cleveland, a tough environment. And the hype that Cleveland is a desperate team to come out and win. Shows that this Seahawks team can win in many different ways. So the Seahawks are my number 5 team. Number 4, the Green Bay Packers. Yeah. The Green Bay Packers. Go Pack, go. They still have a top 3 quarterback in Aaron Rodgers, arguably number 1, and they're showing ways they can win without their star receiver Devontae Adams, beating Dallas, then beating Detroit on Monday Night Football. The defense has been sensational. Yair Alexander, what's the other Smiths? Y'all not looking. Just their defense as a whole has been playing well, holding the Lions to field goals rather than touchdowns when they're in the. When the Lions were in their own 20 on multiple occasions. So, Green Bay is my number 4 team. Number 3, the San Francisco 49ers. The home of the faithful. This team is leading the league in rushing. Matt Breida and Tevin Coleman coming back from injury. Just different ways they could beat you. And Garoppolo hasn't played his best ball yet, but it's coming when the play action is open. So, and the defense is young defense with Nick Bosa, Quan Alexander, and led by Richard Sherman. They're hungry. I had my doubts about them because they didn't play a legit team until the Rams, and beating the Rams the way they did in LA. It's not a team. I predicted them to be the number 3 seed in the NFC, and they're just proving me right. Number 2, my New Orleans Saints. Balling without their star quarterback, like Cut said, Teddy Bridgewater, coming in and doing his job, filling his role perfectly. And the offense hasn't been great except for the Tampa Bay game, but the Saints haven't played their best football yet. And when Drew Brees come back after the bye week or whenever he does, I believe this offense will be flourishing while at the same time the Saints defense will be balling as well. And if that's a recipe for disaster in the NFC. And the only reason they're not number 1 is because this team is just a juggernaut. Been doing it for almost 2 decades. My number 1 team is the New England Patriots. First, we can talk about Brady because we all know Brady's greatness, arguably the greatest player ever in the NFL. But this Patriots defense has been balling these last 5 weeks. I know the argument against them is they haven't played a quality team, which is true to a certain extent. But you play who's on your schedule. Devin McCourty balling, the other McCourty brother balling. Stephon Gilmore, arguably the best cornerback in the NFL to some people. Dante Hightower, led by Bill Belichick. This team is just too ferocious, too dedicated. And with the AFC still lacking quality teams, it looks like it's another road for New England Patriots to go to Super Bowl this year. That was a mouthful.
Was.
And those are my top 8 teams in the power rankings. Give me 2 teams. Give me 2 teams that should make a trade. in the NFL before the trade deadline?
I really don't know.
Well,
To like make a trade with each other, or just in general.
In general,
The Saints should make a trade.
Of course.
We should. The Saints should trade for another receiver.
Y'all should.
name it. Give me a receiver.
AJ Green was on the bubble. They had Emmanuel Sanders on the bubble.
What happened to Dez, bro?
They said Dez is talking about trying to come back when he takes a shot. I remember that.
Another team that might need a trade is the. If you the Panthers, do you pull a trigger on the Cam Newton trade right now?
No, I don't think so.
Not yet.
Not in the offseason, I believe, because let's say something happened to him, Kyle Allen, an injury, or he starts playing terrible again, you could lean back on Cam Newton. Similar to, I think this was after the trade deadline, but when Kaepernick and Alex Smith, when Kaepernick took the job, you don't like trade him just in case if he plays bad again. You still have a star quarterback.
Cam gonna get that job back.
I think the Cardinals need to make a trade.
The Cardinals?
Yeah, they need to get rid of
Patrick Peterson. They're adamant about not trading him.
It's just some teams gotta learn when to let go. Dolphins gonna make a trade before the trade deadline for sure.
Yeah,
Hurricane Drake on the move.
Who do I like to be traded? I think the Bengals will make a trade. I think they'll trade AJ Green. It's clear that he's not happy there, and they're not a winning culture. So
Never will be.
AJ Green. Teams that should pursue him are the New England Patriots. Perhaps they need. Say what you want about the Patriots. I know they were my number one team, but their offense have been lacking these past couple of weeks.
Yes.
Their defense, special teams, has been a reason why they've been winning so consistently these last 2 weeks. So adding AJ Green will be to that receiver core would be a great fit for him, I believe. Who else? The Saints, maybe. I just don't think the Saints don't want to trade any draft picks, as a bunch of people are going to become free agents and possible Drew Brees retirement. So now I think AJ Green to New England makes sense, or maybe your Oakland Raiders get a true number one there after AB exit.
They do. They need one. I mean, the Raiders, yeah, they need a lot. They need receivers. Even Tyrell's straight, but we need that real number one receiver.
All right.
And a little more pieces on the defense.
You ready for our Week 7 picks? Let's do it. All right, we start with the Thursday night football game, even though the game's in progress in our time, but we picked before. I picked the Broncos to beat the Chiefs. I think the Broncos at home is a different team when they're on the road. They're on a 2-game winning streak, and I think the Denver defense will cause havoc for Patrick Mahomes, and they will find a way to win this game, a close division game. Who you got?
I got Denver as well. People sleep on Flacco. Still think he washed up or something. I like Flacco in Denver with the promising young receiver Cortland Sutton. And then Philip Lindsay. So Denver, yeah, I expect them to take it out. It's gonna be a close one though.
Who you got, cut?
Chiefs going.
That's it.
Yep, that's all I gotta say.
Okay. Rams versus Falcons. The Rams are a 3-point favorite. Jalen Ramsey will play. Who are you taking?
Rams.
I got Atlanta with the upset.
Ooh, I got the Rams winning, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Falcons win. But I just can't trust the Falcons.
Jalen Ramsey gonna catch a pick on Julio this week.
Will be playing, so I'm
He
picking
ain't
the
gonna be
Rams.
playing like
Jalen Ramsey gonna catch a pick on Julio this week.
Dolphins.
Julio.
You said he not gonna be playing this week?
Oh, I said he ain't gonna be doing a lot this week. Gurley.
Oh, Gurley. Don't talk about Jalen Ramsey.
Dolphins versus Bills. The Bills are a 17-point favorite. Clean sweep.
Bills.
It won't be close.
Clean sweep.
Yep.
Jaguars versus Bengals. The Jaguars are a 4-point favorite.
Jaguars.
I have the Jaguars having a bounce back game. Leonard will have a breakout game as well because Leonard is back. He's a top 5 leading rusher in NFL LSU.
Yeah,
Boo
but with
boys.
one
Yes, sir.
touchdown. That's it. One
What?
touchdown.
He only have one touchdown.
He only got one touchdown this year.
Who?
Leonard.
But he's still top 3 in running
I
backs.
know, that's what I'm saying, but I'm saying he's going to get more touchdowns this game.
Oh, he get the yards anyway, so yeah.
Got a clean sweep, Jacksonville.
Yes.
Vikings versus Lions. The Vikings are a 2-point favorite, and it is in Detroit.
I got Detroit.
Tell us why.
Detroit really, they putting their city on the map with this team this year.
I agree.
So, and they playing tough. They only lost by 1 against Green Bay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I like Stafford this year in that Detroit team. So, I expect them to beat Kirk Cousins. Even though Kirk had a good game last week.
And a week before.
It's just the Eagles' defense is suspect, and the defense before that was bad. The Giants. So, Detroit not going for that. So, Detroit going to win. They going to make Kirk not feel like his normal self in the pocket. So, when he get hit, it's over with. So,
y'all have counted Kirk Cousins out way too many times. And this is the new Kirk Cousins. I have the Vikings winning this game. The Vikings defense, I know we haven't been talking about them a lot, but they have been balling. They held Carson Wentz to only 20 points or under 30. Capped him off, and they capped off the Daniel Jones offense. So Mike Zimmer has his D team balling, and I think this will be a close game, probably by a field goal, or maybe a game-winning drive by Captain Kirk Cousins himself. So I got the Vikings winning. Who you got?
Vikings winning a close game with the Lions.
Vikings winning a close game.
I mean, I got them. I'm just saying, like, them games bore me.
You just said that game interesting. Now it bores you.
It do. It's not gonna be like. I feel like it's not gonna be like as exciting as the Packers playing or the Bears playing.
Raiders versus Packers. The Packers are a 5.5-point favorite.
The Packers gonna beat the Raiders, bro.
I got Oakland.
He just be saying shit.
I don't.
I got Oakland.
I got the Packers winning.
I got the Bay.
If Kansas City lose, I expect Oakland to go and beat Green Bay to take the number 1 seed in the division.
You're funny, bro. I got the Packers winning. I think even if Adams don't play, the Packers will find a way to win this game. Texans versus Colts. The Colts are a 1-point favorite.
I got
Texans.
Tell me why, because I don't agree.
Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, me too. That's the only thing I can say.
That's the only denominator, Deshaun Watson.
Oh, he gone. He would go.
Tripping. I have the Colts winning this game. It'll be a close one for sure, as always these matchups are. I just think Frank Reich will just simply outcoach Bill O'Brien, and the Colts will win this game. I think the Colts front four will get to Deshaun Watson and make him panicking and uncomfortable. Thank you. Uncomfortable, as I believe the right tackle for the Texans is out for this game, so then the Colts will find a way to win this game. Cardinals versus Giants. The Giants are a 3-point favorite. I have the Giants winning this game. I think Kyler Murray versus Daniel Jones, they'll hype this game up, battle the rookies, and I think the Giants are simply a better team than the Cardinals. I believe Evan Ingram will be back, Sterling Shepard and Saquon will be back this week, and I just think that's too much for the Cardinals.
I don't know. It's gonna be a good one.
It will for sure.
I'm gonna take Kyler though. I'm gonna take Kyler.
Trying to save your pick record. That's why you're going opposite of me all the time.
No, I just think Kyler would win it. Like, they be slinging the ball.
Well, that's what they do.
Yeah. And then, I feel like they can win.
Who you got? Cardinals, Giants.
I got the Giants.
You got the who?
Giants. I want Kyler to win, but
You got the Giants.
Yeah, I got the Giants because it's like I'm just thinking about like the weapons on offense and then the defense.
Yeah.
And
Patrick Peterson back though.
he can't save that team, bro. I'm sorry. Like he can't save that team, bro. They're really bad.
49ers versus Redskins. The 49ers are a 10-point favorite. That's face to the hands. Clean sweep. Niners, Redskins.
Niners.
Clean sweep. Chargers versus Titans. The Titans are a 2.5-point favorite. This game is low-key tough to pick because I don't know which Chargers team will show up. Who you got? Titans or Chargers?
Titans. That boy Ryan Tannehill about to come on strong.
Hey, I told you. Week 2 of the preseason, I was like, does Ryan Tannehill get in and play? What you said?
No. Said no, but you said yeah. But I still don't think they're going to win the game.
I feel like Ryan Tannehill is more of a complete quarterback in that system than Mariota. Because Mariota has his own games and his off games. And I feel like Tannehill can find different receivers and pass the ball well and balance it with the running game and Derrick Henry.
So you got the Chargers winning? I have the this is the game where the Titans usually win, but I'm gonna take the Chargers. I think they'll feed Melvin Gordon because he publicly called out the offense need to give him more carries, and I think he'll have a great game this week, which will lead the Chargers to beat the Titans. Saints versus Bears. The Bears are a 3.5-point favorite. In the windy city of Chicago, who you taking?
Saints.
Who you taking? Bears or Saints? This will be the toughest test for the Saints this season. During the period where Breeze is out, this is a tough Chicago defense. I know they had a bad game in London, but they are also coming off a bye, getting reloaded, and I think regardless who the starter, Mitch and Chase, this will be a low-scoring game again, similar to the Jacksonville game, man. I think the Saints just have more offensive firepower than the Bears do, and I think the Saints will win this game by a touchdown. Ravens versus Seahawks. Seahawks are a 3-point favorite. What do we like?
I like Seattle. I got a bet on that. And I went with Seattle. So
Ravens or Seahawks? Phone, man.
So I'll handle business actually. Lamar Jackson.
I hate y'all explanations for
I'm picking the Ravens because the Ravens got the better defense to me. That's simple. Russell gonna throw his first pick this week too.
They just been too inconsistent for me.
Who, the Ravens?
Yeah, they defense. Remember they gave up 42 to the Browns? Like, come on. And the Seahawks are run heavy. But I am taking the Ravens to beat Seattle, to upset Seattle in Seattle. It will be a great game, I believe.
Earl Thomas revenge.
I think, it is an Earl Thomas revenge game, but I think Lamar Jackson and Russell Wilson would be trading shots offensively, and this game might come down to the last possession. And if it's in Russ's hands, Seahawks is going to win. But if it's in Lamar's hand,
I don't know.
I like Justin Tucker to have a good game too if they kick the
Lamar
ball.
Jackson put on his big boy pants and lead his team against Seattle, and I think he will. I got the Ravens winning. Sunday Night Football, Eagles versus Cowboys. The Cowboys are a 2.5-point favorite.
I got Philly. Doug Peterson already stamped
Philly.
Doug Peterson already
I'm not
stamped
picking Cowboys like in any big game.
I have the Cowboys winning. Y'all boys are hilarious.
Some way,
What's wrong with
somehow,
you? What's
they're
up?
going to let
Dak?
you down.
I don't like Dak.
Didn't you pick the Cowboys one other week?
Last week, week before that, and the week before that.
What's up with you?
Those are games I think they should have won. What are you talking about? I
Okay.
think they have the better quarterback. They have the better running back.
Who got the better quarterback?
The Cowboys have the better quarterback.
He better than Carson?
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
What you mean? Oh my God.
He's not better than Carson.
How you not?
Cause he's not.
Let's pull up the stats.
He's
I was
not
waiting for
accurate
it.
than Carson. He's not, but he not better than Carson, bro.
The stats
I mean,
say-
Dak has better stats this year. He does.
And the year before that.
Carson was hurt.
As I'm saying, your Carson Wentz isn't durable. He hasn't played a playoff game in his career. It's just like, wow. Let's see. Dak has more completions on less attempts. He has a better percentage. He has more yards per attempt. Wentz has more touchdowns and less interceptions. But that's also due to the Cowboys receivers not catching the ball and dropping them. I have the Cowboys win as well because they have a better defense. I trust their secondary to shut down the Eagles receivers rather than I trust Philly receivers to shut down the Cardinals receivers.
If D-Jack bet,
We are not in 2010 anymore where Deshaun Jackson could just break open the game.
what you mean? He was back to the normal Deshaun Jackson before he
Week
got
one
hurt.
against the Redskins?
Before he got hurt,
Against the Redskins? They did a fake punt.
and they just blowing things up.
Why'd I pick the Broncos? They gonna do this to me. Kendall Fuller. Nope, that ain't Kendall. I had the Cowboys winning though. What?
He looking mad. He didn't even have a chance.
The receiver didn't go out to catch the route. Monday Night Football, Patriots Jets. The Patriots are a 9.5-point favorite.
Patriots.
Not worth discussing.
Clean sweep. I don't know. I got the Patriots winning as well, but the Jets team is a different team when Sam Darnold plays. We saw that last week against Dallas, and it is in New York, so I think the Jets will make this game interesting. It won't be a blowout like you guys may believe, but I think Darnold, Le'Veon Bell, and C.J. Mosley is back as well. Their linebacker they acquired from Baltimore.
So he ain't been playing all the time?
Nope.
He was just suspended?
No, he was hurt. I think he played week 1 and he got hurt that week. So I'm going to take New England because you can't bet against this New England team right now. But if the Jets win, I would not be surprised. And they might be pushing for a playoff push for the AFC East. We'll see, though. And those were our Week 7 NFL picks. We'll let you know we were right or wrong next week. All right. Is that everything, football? I think it is. Wow, that was a lot of
bro,
football.
that's a lot too much. Yeah.
I know. Who cares? Because guess what season it is next week?
Hoop season.
It's basketball season where Brandon comes up with knowledge and stuff. Comes up with BS logic about the Rockets and how Russ sucks and everything.
He does.
Before we give you our NBA predictions, I want to talk about players that want their money. Players that want their money. As Carter said, they want the bands. Yes, sir. They want the bands. Let's start with the Celtics offered Jalen Brown 4 years, $80 million, but Brown believes he deserves more because he believes he has the ability to be a star in this league. Do you agree?
I don't.
Tell me why. Why shouldn't Jalen Brown get paid 4 years, $80 million?
He hasn't proved anything at all yet.
Why he should get paid 4 years, $80 million?
He hasn't proved anything at all yet.
What you mean? He helped them lead them to the Eastern Conference Finals, semifinals last year with Kyrie on their team.
No.
What you mean no? Tell me more.
That was Al, Jason. They got a whole squad.
His career average is 11 points per game.
It's not good.
4 rebounds and 1.3 assists.
All right, so show them that you're a superstar this year. You have to show them this year.
And his field goal percentage dropped from 2018 to 2017. 2017 he had 14.5 points. And last season he had 13 points. So, and his rebounds and assist totals dropped. So, I agree with Lil B. I think the offer is a little bit disrespectful as he is a centerpiece. So, I think they should get weight on it. But the 4 years, $80 million, he should deserve more. I think $100 million isn't too much to ask for, right? Or
It's not.
Y'all niggas talking millions. Is it too much to ask for? $21 million.
yeah. Do you think he deserves it? Do you think he deserves more than $80 million?
He hasn't shown me anything that he deserves more than $80 million. But if he feel like he's worth more than $80 million, I understand.
Would you pay him $80 million? I mean, more than $80 million?
I be like, okay, 85.
Somebody that got paid today, Bradley Beal, $130 million max deal extension
For 2 years.
for 2 years.
Wow.
Well, I'm gonna pause for Bradley Beal. You
But he deserves that
say you don't deserve it.
much money. He do.
Oh.
I say he do deserve that much money. You say finesse them. They need him to sell tickets.
No, I'm saying like 2 years.
For the extension, the
Yeah.
total contract is gonna be $130 million. They say he's eligible for the max, super max. I think it's $220 million or plus, more than that.
That man will be like 30 by that time.
I know. It's just.
I'm just mad he ended
I'm
his
glad he
career.
got his money. I'm just.
He
mad-
locked in with DC
Yeah,
for
I'm
all
just
this
mad he's with
time.
the Wizards because that team is not gonna have a run. They said John Wall might miss the entire season again.
With a ruptured Achilles.
Yeah,
I'm like,
so-
that's 2 straight seasons.
I know. So Bradley Beal, clearly you're a man. You want the money. There's nothing wrong with that. You're trying to provide for your family.
He got another kid on the way.
Yeah. So I respect that, but in terms of winning in basketball, it's just
I mean, but
it's loyalty, and I appreciate that as well. But you're not
some
gonna
people stay loyal and get the cash. Some people go to get rings.
run. Yeah. So.
And then he still might end up with a ring when they trade him.
Yep. Buddy Hield wants an extension. He says the 4 years, $90 million that the Kings offer him was, quote, like an insult. And he's, quote, ready to find another home if they can't get a deal done by Monday.
He a restricted free agent. They can match it.
He's, quote, he says, I feel like I'm worth more than that. If you say I'm your guy, I just need you to show it.
You're not their guy. You're like the 3rd or 4th guy.
Who's on it?
But they did pay Bogdanovich a decent
Yeah,
amount.
Bogdanovich, because he.
But it's the Aaron team, and then it's Bagley.
Then they pay Harrison over the summer.
Right. But he don't think 90 million. Like, he got offered 4 years, 90 million. So if I'm Jalen Brown, I am like,
Who's a better player? Hield or Brown?
better offensively is Hill, but all around probably Brown.
Because of his length and what he
Defense, yeah.
This team projected starters is De'Aaron Fox, Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Marvin Bagley III, and Dwayne Dedman.
I let him walk and match it if I want to, and if I don't, I don't. But he tried to make a point about the city, like nobody wants to be here or something like that. I heard, is that true?
Oh, I never heard that.
It was like it's Sacramento, nobody else is coming here, but I'm loyal, or something like that. Maybe that's just the streets talking or the Twitter sphere. But
I mean, he's not lying. No superstar wants to come to Sacramento. Why would they do that when it's LA? He said, "Name one big free agent who came to Sacramento." That is true.
right, but he wasn't a free agent. He got traded there, and if he was gonna have his attitude in New Orleans, he would have been gone. 'Cause I wouldn't. I don't like. 4 years, 89. 4 years, 90 million is a lot for somebody that ain't never won no All-Star game. You never even made the playoffs.
Talk about it, dear. Talk about it. Cut. Let him know. But he did play extremely better from his
What
rookie
happened?
season.
I always hurt on him, but dang, he down.
Oh shit.
Ooh, breaking news live from the Pack Life podcast. Patrick Mahomes is injured and it may look severe. He took off his helmet in the middle of the field. We'll let you know if it's serious or not as we get developments. But Buddy Hield, though, he had a good season last season. He had 20 points, and he had 13.5 points his first season. 2017.
Is that worth $90 million?
Yes,
sure.
5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, 20 points per game.
And they offered you $90 million. And if you feel like you're worth more than that, by all means. But I don't think he's deserves more money than that.
I would have to look at their, like, I know there's no salary cap, right? There is, but like all their money's guaranteed. I just have to look at who they're paying and why wouldn't they want to pay him. Because he wants more than $90 million. I think he wants probably in the $100 million range.
Yeah, he probably want to he want to see 9 figures, but
and his field goal percentage was 45%, 46%, and he was shooting 43% from the field.
A lot of these NBA players though, they see how these other boys get paid and they want to adjust, and I get it, but I don't know, bro. I guess honestly, I wouldn't be mad if Buddy Hield went to a different team, but you know,
get your money, buddy. Get your money, buddy. Last thing before we give our not NFL, NBA playoff predictions. The NBA versus China. It started when general manager of the Houston Rockets, Daryl Morey, tweeted support of the current protests that are happening in Hong Kong, China, which rubbed the Chinese government the wrong way, and they called for his job, and the NBA denied that. I mean, yeah, the NBA said he's not going to get fired for what he is saying. So it's been tensions were high. There were preseason games played in China, and the bigger issue, not the bigger issue, but the issue that arose on Twitter and everything was LeBron James publicly coming out and not agreeing with Daryl Morey, saying he I forgot what he said, but he clarified in his tweets that Daryl Morey was uneducated or something to that extent about what he said, and everybody on Twitter were like saying LeBron social issue he shouldn't talk about, blah blah blah. So how do you feel, Cut? We're all a LeBron fan up here. How do you feel about the whole situation?
He's more than an athlete. He should be able to talk about whatever he wants to talk about. People on the Twitter and stuff just think they know everything, bro. Everything ain't up to you. Like, if a man feel like he want to talk about something, he can talk about whatever he want to talk about.
Ooh, it looks like it's Mahomes' leg, his knee, his leg, and he's heading to the locker room. And who's the backup quarterback?
Is that Matt Castle?
Matt Castle. Chad Henne. Yeah, me name.
It is Chad Henne.
For real?
What number was that?
8.
You know, he still played.
I believe it's Chad Henne. He's the quarterback in for the Kansas City Chiefs. Yes, it is. No, Matt Moore. Hey! Career research for Matt Moore. 12th season. That's crazy. So, with the LeBron and China thing.
LeBron was trying to basically play like damage control. And
yeah,
the NBA shouldn't have had him do that, I feel like. Unless he did it on his own, which he may have or may not have. I don't know. But I think everybody should just, if you feel some type of way, I don't feel like everything needs to be said on Twitter. But I think he was saying Daryl Morey wasn't educated on it because if, say China, when they was out there playing them games in China, you know, China basically could have just been like, y'all can't leave, y'all stuck here.
Oh yeah, because their laws is different from American.
Yeah, they're communists, so they could really they could come up with anything to make you stay. Personally, I think China and USA relationships are weird and funny because it's like they both using each other, but they both know like they both using each other, and they both just know like it isn't like they really don't like each other. It's just a mutual business relationship.
Yeah, it's
all business related.
Yeah, and
the USA know China got way too many people for us, so I think it's just best everybody call it quits.
Nice plug. With LeBron, I think he could have worded it better, what he said about the whole situation. But also, I saw a good point that said that what he was supposed to do, denounced their government, and their government would have like tripped out and said, "You are not leaving. You can go to jail because their laws are different from American laws." So LeBron in his situation, that's what Iguodala said. That's where I got that from. So I appreciate it. I'm like, it's not a big deal to me. When it first came out, when the Chinese government got mad about Maury, I just said it's his opinion. But of course, in China, freedom of speech isn't a right in China per se. So I just think, and NBA doesn't want to ruin their relationship, their business relationship with China, because they make a lot of money in China. So it's just it'll all work out. So I just don't like how people coming at LeBron, even though he could have worded it better, but they're saying it's just weird.
Hey man, it's all I can say is free speech. You either like it or not. So if he had to say what he had to say, he had to say what he had to say. You either like it or you don't.
Yeah, people should be getting their feelings. It don't matter.
Yeah.
All right. Sorry to get somber on you guys, but we're back. Let's get into our NBA playoff predictions that will come true in April of next year. That's crazy to think about. We are ready. All right. Give me your top 8 teams in the West, your top 8 teams from the East, and your NBA Finals prediction. I know it may take a little time, but let me know. I want them in order too.
Order?
I need them in order.
All right.
Okay. I got Clippers, Lakers.
Clippers 1, Lakers 2.
Nuggets, Golden State, Utah.
What number are you on? I lost count.
That's 4. 5, Portland. 6, Houston. San Antonio 7. And I give that 8 when I'm no. I gotta go with Dallas. I'll give Dallas that 8 one.
So one more time.
Clippers.
Lakers. Golden State. Nuggets.
Portland. Houston. San Antonio. Dallas.
Who does not make it? You put the Jazz in there?
I thought I did. Didn't I? I had them.
I didn't hear the Jazz.
Okay, wait. Let me start over. Clippers. Lakers.
Warriors.
Jazz.
Houston.
San Antonio.
Portland.
Dallas.
So the Rockets not going?
I said Houston.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
The Nuggets not going.
Oh, the Nuggets not going.
I said Nuggets. Are y'all listening? Clippers. Lakers. Golden State. Nuggets. Jazz. Houston. Portland. What it is? 6. All right. San Antonio, Dallas.
No, that's 9.
Oh, that's 9.
Dallas and San Antonio. Who's going?
San Antonio. So Dallas not going.
And your finals, and who in the East?
East, number 1. Milwaukee. 76ers. Boston. So ill over here, bro.
Brooklyn. Indiana.
Orlando. How many that is?
6.
Okay, 2 more.
Detroit.
Miami.
That's so disrespectful.
The
Raptors not going?
Nah.
Wow. NBA Finals to not making the playoffs?
They don't got Kawhi. Kawhi was that centerpiece.
That's crazy. And who your NBA Finals prediction?
I'm going to go with Philly this year. Philly and LAC. Clippers.
Who wins?
Clippers.
Oh, wow. That's a powerful there. Cut does not approve your list whatsoever.
I mean, he want the Lakers. I don't know why so bad, but I got Clippers. But you seen them new jerseys? Them Grand Theft Auto jerseys? But them hard. I probably got to get one of them.
Grand Theft Auto jerseys. That's what they call.
Oh my God, bro. Flacco is so terrible.
I really picked Denver.
Poop scoop. Reggie Ragnar.
Okay, you got 8 teams in the West, 8 teams in the East.
West side. Number 1, Nuggets. Number 2, Lakers. Number 3, Clippers. Number 4, Rockets. Number 5, Jazz. 6
Warriors.
7 is the. Did I already say the Blazers?
Nope.
Restart.
The West is so hard. Like
Number 1, Nuggets.
Number
2, Lakers.
Lakers.
Number 3, Clippers. Number 4, no. Okay, let me start over. Number 1, Nuggets. Number 2, Lakers. Number 3, Rockets. Number 4, Clippers. Number 5, Portland. Number 6, Warriors. Number 7, Jazz. Number 8, Pelicans.
Whoa. So who's out? Dallas
The Spurs won't make it. And that. Yep. I'm standing on all that too. Yep.
That young New Orleans team will make it.
Yep, they showed me enough all preseason. They ain't lost a game. Thank you. Don't care. East.
Don't care.
Number 1, Bucks. Number 2, Sixers. Number 3, Pacers.
That's
Number 4, Celtics. 5, Nets. 6, Raptors. 7,
It's tough.
Miami. 8, Atlanta.
Oh my goodness. So Magic don't make it?
Nope. Well, I don't know. The Magic look kind of good in preseason. I don't know, bro. Like, cause that last spot, the Magic might be right there though too. And then the Pistons. That's what I'm saying. Dwayne Casey not making the playoffs.
Why you not
I didn't say the
Miami,
Pistons.
though?
I said the Pistons.
No, you didn't say the Pistons. He said the Heat.
I gotta sort it out.
He said the Heat.
Oh, you said Heat?
Yeah.
I gotta sort it out. Heat Hawks battle for the 8th spot. Pistons gonna make it.
But Tyler Hero, bro. Like,
Yeah, he's just about to fight Mike Carter.
Yeah.
I ain't see that.
Oh, championship matchup. Lakers 76ers. You dig.
Who wins?
What?
Okay, I'm ready. Breathe in. Breathe out. My top 8 teams in the Western Conference. Number 1. Oh, good catch. Number 1, Clippers. Number 2, Nuggets. Lakers. Number 3, Rockets. Number 4, Jazz. Number 5, Nuggets. Number 6, Warriors. I feel like 3 through like 7 for the West is gonna be they're gonna be so close that it could change either way. Okay. I think like a great team will be a bottom 3 team in the West, so it's crazy. So 7, Portland, and 8 is it is a toss up between the Mavericks and the Spurs, and maybe the Kings, depending how they come with that young core. But I can't go against Greg Popovich and the Spurs, so my AC is the Spurs with DeMar DeRozan and LaMarcus Aldridge. And DeJounte Murray will be back for the Spurs, so they'll have better guard play with the Spurs.
When the last time the Spurs missed the playoffs?
It's been a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I was born.
I don't even know what's wrong with you.
My top 8 teams in the East: 1, Bucks. 2, Celtics. 3, Sixers. 4, Raptors.
Mahomes ruled out.
Breaking news: Patrick Mahomes has been ruled out for this Thursday night football game. What's the injury?
They say knee.
It's a knee injury.
It look like ACL.
I hope it's not
It
ACL.
look like that same little Carson incident where he got tackled and hit a knee.
Oh, it's tough.
Cause he went for the QB sneak. Ooh.
So, not to get off NBA real quick, but with Patrick Mahomes being injured, is this isn't a top 8 team no more? Is it?
It's not.
It's not a top 8 team, is it?
It's not.
The Chiefs without Mahomes. Was he even were the Chiefs even in your top 8? No. Yeah, so I'm saying they're not even a top 10 team without Mahomes. So, but I don't know. With Andy Reid, he's a creative genius. He might find ways to win.
Not with them quarterbacks and his backups, Matt Moore and Chad Henne.
Yeah, I feel you. So,
not them.
Like I said, there's not a lot of great quality teams in the
Call
AFC.
Call up Cap.
Yes, sir. Call that boy.
So I just think it's tough to see for the league MVP Patrick Mahomes.
He was down, bro.
Yeah, he was down. I think this with Patrick Mahomes being injured, it may be time for the Raiders to shine in the AFC West.
It's their time. It's their time.
And as the AFC picture as a whole, only 2 teams competing to come out the AFC, and 3 teams: Patriots, Texans, and Ravens.
No, I just see Houston and Patriots.
Yeah, but I think the Ravens have like I think they're able to beat New England, so I think they might have a shot to beat them.
Who, Ravens?
Yeah, the
I don't
Ravens.
see it. I
don't, man.
But I see Houston as a
big
target.
Yes, I see that.
Because he gave Brady a run for his money that 1 year.
Yeah, both times they play, I believe. But back to my top 8 teams in the East: 1 Bucks, 2 Celtics, 3 Sixers, 4 Raptors, 5 Pacers, 6 Nets, 7 Magic, and final for the 8th spot would be the Heat and the Pistons. Yeah, the Heat and the Pistons will be final for the 8th spot. And my finals prediction is, as a fan, it will be the Sixers versus Rockets, and the Rockets win. Get a ring for Russ and Harden. Shout out to those boys. Shout out to those boys. But in my expert opinion, even though I'm not an expert, I have the Sixers and the Lakers. And I think the Lakers will win with Bron and AD. And Bron get his 4th ship.
Let's see if AD can stay healthy first.
He can.
Right.
And those are our NBA playoff predictions. NBA season is right around the corner. We're excited. Me and Cut have a draft tonight for NBA draft. So we're excited. We're pumped. We're amped. We're amped. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. I'm done. What we got? Music and entertainment. What we got?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even got no entertainment news today.
That's cool. This is a long episode. Let's get it over with. Take it to the top 5. Oh, who dropped last week?
Young boy.
Oh, Young Boy. AI Young Boy 2. Yeah, my boy snapping.
That's one of the best out right now. I ain't even kept.
Yeah, that's the best tape probably out right now.
Yeah.
Whole lot of red.
Along with
that
Ballads from South Atlanta.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, I've been on that on repeat still.
Yes, sir.
I'm playing down for you like.
That I know is like a good interlude, bro. That's why I was thinking that it's a fire interlude.
That's
to be
what
honest,
Journey said. She said that's her favorite song off of it.
I know.
Yeah,
bro. I'm talking about my girl. I'm smoking, right? Yeah. And then so we had to know. She just come up. She like
New Pack Light.
Cut me up. I started dying laughing. I was like, I gotta tell you that. I was like, hell no.
I should appreciate it. Like, I like the reviews. I'm happy. I just can't wait to drop more stuff and get more exposure, get more people to hear it. But yeah, that I know that I never been to try. It's just like a vibe, and it sounds spacey.
Yeah.
And then it's not that long, bro.
Yeah, it's only
that's what's good about it. So like you really can learn all the words.
Making people want it more. Like, dang, he should have did more.
Kept going, yeah. I learned that from Frank Ocean. Shout out my guy. Yeah. Sometimes less is more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Reportedly, Whole Lot of Red Post released tomorrow.
I think it do release. That's what
He
the-
said
that's
48
what I'm
hours locked in. I hope that was.
And he put a heart and then a red and then
A whole lot
And
of
then he said red incoming like in the beginning of the week.
and he don't really post much. So
Yeah, so with him doing this, I mean, he might be here for real.
and he just did Rolling Loud as a headliner, so I think it's time to drop. If he don't drop, then
I mean, he did say in the next 30 to 60 days. So
Yeah.
back then, it's like way past that. I think
I feel it.
he should drop. Been waiting too long.
Too long.
I just think he been waiting so long because so many leaks been getting out.
A whole lot of leaks, yeah.
Yeah.
I think he like probably.
They got on
did
matching
something.
J's. They tough.
All right, what we got?
Top five.
Top five.
Carti.
Hey.
Obviously, for obvious reasons. Just to get good luck on the album dropping.
for sure.
My top five.
Oh, you ready?
Yeah, I already did it. My top five Carti songs are in order. Oh man, I don't know.
I don't got no order. I'm gonna say
You never do.
yeah. From the first Carti album, I got Let It Go, Flex, and then on Dilate, I got Love Hurts, Foreign, and Flatbed Freestyle. That's my five.
Cuz said you need to stop going first, cause the way you talk don't appeal to the viewer.
He just be saying it so lax.
Hey,
It's all talk.
I'm gonna go. You ready? Or you wanna go?
You go.
My number one is Home. KOD. Bring that money home. Daddy waiting
waiting
for
for
it. I felt that. Kelly K. My number two. Number three. I'm gonna go No Time featuring Gunna.
ain't got no time.
Yeah.
It's
Round
my
around town with a
ends
bad
up
ass bitch.
in my mind.
And then number 4, I'm gonna go Foreign. And number 5, I'm gonna go R.I.P.
Missed.
Number 5, I'm gonna go R.I.P. And then my honorable mention is that Kid Cudi. Hopefully they make the album.
That's Nudie.
You know,
Oh, that's Nudie song?
That's Nudie song. This supposed to go on the album.
That's crazy.
Yeah. My top 5 Playboi Carti songs. Number 5, Love Hurts featuring Travis Scott.
Shawty want a rock star.
Well, my
Okay.
is that Red Pill now.
Okay.
And Molly.
Molly.
Yeah, that's my honorable mention
Yeah.
as well. Number 4, New Chopper featuring A$AP Rocky. Number 3, Kelly K. Number 2, Foreign. And number 1, Rest in Peace. It just, when that come on, it just, there's a video of me dancing with my Saints gear on, that thing come on, you just gotta get piped. So, those are my top 5 Cardi songs.
No, you ain't say that one song you be playing.
R.I.P. Fredo.
What is everybody so rock?
Hey, that's my honorable mention. Half and half, my honorable mention for sure. And Molly, like Cut said, that's my honorable mention as well. I like the song he had on SoundCloud. I don't think that's his song though, but Fetty on Fetty. I can't go when I ain't ready.
That is his song.
It is. That's my honorable
That's
mention
on
as
Apple
well.
Music.
Yeah, Fetty definitely my honorable mention. First 2 projects, I didn't really enjoy Playboi Carti at first, but after I saw him live at Morehouse Homecoming for the hip hop concert, I was like,
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I was in a mosh pit. I was like, oh my God.
Bro, Jared, bro, one of his partners and that funny, bro.
The tall dude.
Yeah, that dude was funny, bro. He started dancing and that was the most funniest shit.
Thank you for tuning in with us.
It was long because of me. I had needed a nap.
Yep. Thank you for tuning in to episode 35 of the Pack Life Podcast as the Chiefs and Broncos are hooking. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. We're available on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, and Stitcher. This is Lil B to my left. This is Cut Carter to my right.
Cutthroat.
This is Bruiser Carter right here.
Boo-boo.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Pack Life Pod. Next week, we have something special in store for y'all, for our visual watchers, because quality going up.
Yes, sir.
Quality control.
Cap. We're out of here. Let's go.
New Pack Life.